So we'll see how that goes.
Hopefully, baby steps.
Oh,
wow.
he got on the elliptical at PT yesterday and thinks he's all that and a bag of chips.
Oh, you gotta love those ellipticals.
Nice. The old elliptical. Good morning, everybody. It's good to be back.
Morning.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, we got in. I got to sleep at about 11, which that was West Coast time. So that was like 2 East Coast time. But for whatever reason, my I guess we were waking up over there around 8:30.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I woke up at the normal time I normally wake up over here.
Awesome.
You'll feel like you've been clubbed later in the day.
Yeah, I know.
You'll be
I was
ready
like,
for
well, I haven't really worked out. I mean, I haven't done any official working out, and my body just kind of feels like it needs to do a little something.
You got to see everything twice.
Yeah,
that's a workout.
It was quite a trip. Unfortunately, my wife and I got sick the night before the Falmouth road race, Saturday.
What kind of sick?
Oh man, I had a fever and nasal congestion and all that kind of stuff.
From the plane flight, right?
Well, we had flown out the previous Sunday, so I don't know that we'd been there for a week. But who knows where it came from?
People get COVID on the East Coast a lot anymore. Still.
Yeah, who knows? But
Did you smell the coffee?
Oh yeah.
No. Okay.
Everything, I can smell everything. But and Anita got like sore throat. Hers is a little different, and then we both had coughs. But anyway, so
at least you weren't running, Falmouth.
Yeah, it was nothing some Dayquil couldn't kind of manage symptoms. Yeah, boy, it seems like we were gone for like a year.
I know. Must be getting older or something.
Yeah, we drove like 700 miles.
Wow.
And
crazy folks.
It was a wonderful trip.
You saw some beautiful homes, though. The architecture was amazing.
Yeah, those were the Gilded Age, from the railroad money and all that. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. On the last stop we had was in Maine, New Hampshire. It's called Mount Washington.
Yeah,
and it's got a big weather observatory and a cog train that you can ride up to the top. So we did that. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't great, so wasn't much of a view, but
it's like that up there.
Yeah. Well, the next day it was like we were going home, so we drove into Portland, Maine, but it was a perfect day. It would have been, you could have seen for miles.
The day you went home.
Of course.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess Lenny will come back when her computer updates. I was literally just thinking of doing a little bit of some tempo stuff today.
Nice.
And nothing serious, just kind of.
Or with you.
Oh, there she's back.
The computer finally.
Oh, look at you. Hi, Lenny.
Normal.
I was thinking of just doing some tempo stuff today, but do you have any?
No, tempo. We were Fridays. We were doing 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3s, but tempo's fine.
Yeah.
Because they thought I wasn't going to show up on Wednesday because Riley was talking to me, and then I showed up and said, "I'm back, bitches," and I made them work hard.
He spelled it B-Y-T-C-H-E.
That's right. I wasn't saying any bad words. I ate it with love.
B-Y-T-C-H-E-Z.
Yeah, we did 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off.
Oh, she was
Oh, wow.
crazy. She made us all.
For a really long time.
Yeah.
And of course, I was being really mean, Craig, because I didn't tell him how many.
Oh,
Right.
there
Just
you
that,
go.
keep going.
We
Just
know
keep doing them until I tell you to stop.
we know she can count high.
Hmm. So what we'll do today is we're gonna, I was thinking, if you're on a bike, you can increase the, so you're pedaling slow, but it's more force. So around 50 to 60 RPM, pretty slow. And if you're walking, it's like super slow motion walking, so each step you take, you'll kind of like do a lunge or do something that's just kind of activates your muscles a little bit. We'll just do about we'll do 1 minute of that here. And let's start that now. That 1 minute, go, go, go. So increase the resistance, slow things down. Activate those muscles here.
Real animation.
There's Xavier's happy face.
Oh,
10 seconds.
What, babe?
He wasn't able to get it on his computer, so he's on his iPad this morning.
I wonder what's happening with it.
Rest, rest, rest. Now we're going to change it up and we're going to do some tempo stuff. So this won't be super slow. If you want to have more resistance, you can, but we're going to do 3 minutes.
oh no.
And here we go. 2, 1. Let's go. First tempo. So this is 70, 80%, somewhere in that zone. Probably zone 3. And 3 minutes. Here we go.
Xavier, we're just happy you made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
iPad,
Lenny had the same problem.
computer, whatever it is. We're just happy you're here.
That's right.
Poor Wednesday, everybody left, and Xavier was stuck with just me chatting, and he thought he got put in timeout. He could not call for somebody to turn off his computer fast enough.
That's funny. So we've got our next challenge coming up here with the 28-day. This is called a metabolic reset. And that's going to start in September 1st. And we're planning on having people will be able to register on teams starting the 25th. And got some pretty great content scheduled already. I've seen some of the videos people are recording. They're coming out really good. But one of the neat things that we're doing this is we're going to give points for sleep tracking. Every night you get 7 hours, you get a point, 7 or more. And then we're having a big team competition this time, so there'll be prize money for the team competition. And then we've updated the scoring links So instead of going to just a generic scoring form, you'll have a link to click on. And anyway, it's coming together nicely. Some great content for the videos.
What? Leave it alone. It's mine.
30 seconds.
I'm excited. The challenges have been great.
What?
Who is that? What?
Melanie, she said the challenges have been great. Close
Oh.
enough. That's my translation.
Yeah.
Got it right, Lenny.
Yeah.
She's out there walking, so the Wi-Fi goes in
got
and
it.
out.
Testing my Wi-Fi and physical limit.
Give her out. Jog, jog, jog.
I'm getting pretty good after all this time of understanding computer speak.
Yeah, the little dropouts. It's amazing how your brain can kind of put it all together.
Yeah.
Oh,
Craig, I think he's asking you how was your trip, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it was
How'd you like Broadway shows?
pretty memorable. Yeah. We'll do a 5-minute tempo on this next one, and maybe I can
Nice.
see what I can tell you in 5 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, tell us how the rich people live, will you?
Yeah,
The mansions, the Broadway shows,
right.
the Cape, Nantucket.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome. All right, here we go. Ready, set, go, go, go. 14, 15, 17. So we're going to go to 19. So we started off, this whole thing started off as being the 50th anniversary of the Falmouth road race, including wheelchairs. So the whole race started 2 years prior. And then 2 years after it started, way back in the late 70s, they decided, Bobby Hall said, "Hey, I'd like to come do your race." And they were like, "Sounds great. We're not sure what racing a wheelchair is all about, but come on down." And so he came down and he did it. So it's the oldest official wheelchair race in the world. And it's in Falmouth, Massachusetts.
Road race.
And a little background on the race, it was actually started off as a bet. Tommy, I think his name's Tommy Leonard. He had a bar. He was a bartender, and somebody bet somebody that they could run from one bar to another bar. And so it's a 7-mile road race because that's the distance between the two bars.
Yeah, bar to bar. Hold my beer. Watch this.
Mm-hmm. So we got a call.
That should be their shirt. It should say "Hold my beer." Watch this.
Yeah. I'm gonna run 7 miles. So yeah. So anyway, they've
acid frisbee in college.
yeah. I had I won the race a bunch of times, and so they've been very generous with me, and having me come back later, and so they had Candace Cable and myself come back as the two of the race favorites and ambassadors. Anyway, so that's what started the whole thing. No, he was planning on coming. His health is in not great shape, and so he wasn't able to come. He recorded a little video that we could watch and stuff, and they started a Bobby Hall Foundation athlete sponsorship thing for. Anyway, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, so I told my wife about it, and she said, "Hey, yeah, I was wondering if Falmouth was going to have you come back again. Let's why don't we go a little early and stay a little late?" And I said, "Okay, let's figure it out." So we came out. Long story short, we flew into LaGuardia, and I used a bunch of my airline miles to get a hotel in Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan, which is the theater district. It's also where Times Square is. And so we got a hotel there, and we were there for 4 days. And of course we went and saw we took the Staten Island ferry, which is free,
Nice.
and it goes right in front of the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
So we were like, well, let's do the Statue of Liberty tour for free on the commuter boat, and
That's right.
then we took the subway a bunch. We started off taking a few Ubers, and they were like between 25 and $45, and I was like, you want to try the subway? It's only $2.95. And my wife's like, yep, let's do it. So, um, so we ended up taking the subway a few times, and that was quite an adventure. And
Yeah.
so that was all Central Park. We did that, and went to Rockefeller Center, and
Man, you
you know,
did it all twice.
yep. There's went to Greenwich Village, and just all the things that are right there in Midtown Manhattan. So that was fun. And then we picked up a rental car and drove to Rhode Island, which and we toured the Breakers. So the Breakers are a bunch of 30 seconds left, guys. Keep your pace. The Breakers are a bunch of mansions that are still standing. Some of them, many of these Gilded Age mansions were torn down, and but there's quite a few that are still up, and they they were like the Vanderbilts, and there's like two or three different families. All right, slow it down for a minute. Anyhow, and so this was
The wind probably blew underneath.
back in the
Get
late
into-
1800s, where
Get into
Yeah.
anything.
oh yeah, just about everything. It was good. And a lot of them had elevators, and they were original. Some of them were original elevators, And anyway, so
Wow.
that was the Breakers. That was really fun doing all of that, and we saw like 6 different mansions, and the gardens and all the marble and stuff. What we found out is some of these mansions actually were sold. One of them sold, it was $11 million to build it, and it sold for $23,000 because the cost of keeping these things, running. Here we go again. Take it up again. Same tempo, 5 minutes. The so 80% team. Just keeping the heat and just all the upkeep on them. It's like buying a printer, and printer's free, but the ink will bankrupt you. And so
The
that's
ink's
what
made out of gold.
yeah, exactly. That's these amazing properties were. So now most of them have been given to the Conservation Society, and so they, do all that.
And away to
Yep, that's pretty amazing, actually.
It is fascinating.
And so then we finished there and drove up to Falmouth, and then we got to see the Falmouth Mile, and then the Falmouth Road Race. So we were in Falmouth for about 4 days. That was great. It was pretty complimentary. People were like, "Are you planning on racing? Because you look like you're in shape."
I've been
Why aren't you
hanging with the
racing?
low rollers. You've been hanging
Yep.
with the looking good, hanging with us.
I was like, "Yeah, feeling good." And they're like, "You look like you're as good a shape as all the top guys." And I'm like, "Well, that's very nice, but no, I won't be racing."
I like my shoulders. I'd like to keep them.
Yep, exactly.
In one piece.
And then we got done with all the racing stuff, and then Monday morning. So the race was Sunday morning. Monday morning, we took a ferry, high-speed ferry to Nantucket, and toured the Whaling Museum, and
Wow.
took an island tour, just about an hour, van ride around the island. Had some lunch, and then we came back early. We were kind of bored with Nantucket, and And then our plan was to stay in a place called Bourne or Buzzards Bay, a couple different names. And that hotel didn't work out. All the floors on the main floor were taken and there was no elevator. So
I'm
my
working
wife's
here.
like,
Go away.
do you want to just drive all the way up to our next destination, which is the Ogonquit, Maine. And so it's like, okay, we called the hotel and they could get us in a day early. So
Woo!
we went to Ogonquit, and Ogonquit was just adorable. That's it's a coastal city right on the beach there, and they have a thing called the Ogonquit Playhouse, which is a super old playhouse. It seats about 700 people. And we saw a musical called High Society. Oh,
Ow.
I didn't tell you, when we were back in New York, we went to see the MJ, Michael Jackson musical, which was
Oh, wow.
fantastic,
Cool.
just amazing. And then we saw Stranger Things, which
Ah,
that was amazing too, but it was kind of creepy.
yeah.
So those were our two big things in New York. Anyway, so we got in early, which was really cool because the next day we drove right into the little town and had some coffee at a French coffee shop, and then we got to walk. There's a paved trail called Marginal Way, which is about a mile and a quarter, and right along the shore there, and so that was just delightful. And went to the play, which was delightful. And then the next day, we drove about 3 hours to New Hampshire, and that was where Mount Washington was. And we stayed in a town called Bethlehem. I think it's Bethlehem, Maine. Anyway, and then we rode the cog train to the top and to the bottom, and then the next day we had a scenic drive on the Canamangus,
Yes.
something like that.
In New
Anyway,
Hampshire or
something.
Maine?
It was in Maine, New Hampshire, on our way to Portland, Maine. Jog, 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 everybody. So yeah, and then we got to the airport. Seemed like every time we went somewhere, we got there a little bit early, and so we weren't rushed, which was great.
Awesome.
And we love that. We love that kind of style of you get to see a bunch of different sites, and you rent a car and you drive and then stay in a hotel and drive and stay in a hotel, and then sometimes you stay one night, sometimes you stay 2 nights. We did that in Europe, and it was, I don't know, it was just kind of fun. I mean, other than having to pack and unpack your, luggage, the rest of it was just delightful.
Were the leaves starting to turn
No.
fall colors? No.
Not much.
So
Not
Craig,
much.
imagine that area. That's where I was 2 years ago during the fall. Just
Oh yeah,
the leaves.
it would be fantastic. Yeah, I
And
think
they
we were
even
about
said it,
4 or
they
5
said
weeks
it
early.
wasn't even a good year for color. And I'm
Go,
like,
go,
well, if
go.
you've never seen it before, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, pick it up again, team here. Yeah, it was it was a beautiful drive. It wasn't highway driving when we went from Bethlehem to Portland. It was mostly, 2-lane roads and beautiful countryside and mountains.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was quite lovely. I mean, other than being sick, there was one night Anita just had a fever and she was in bed. We went and got some antibiotics, and that was like, what's that? I can't remember. That was towards the end though. And then I think on the last day she started feeling about 50% better. So
Do you guys ever, when you're taking long trips like that, do you ever do anything like emergency or Zycam or anything to like boost your vitamin C?
we take vitamins. I mean, we bring a whole, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I was
have
just
lots of,
wondering, I heard about people that do that. They like
yeah,
do
it's
precautionary
not,
stuff.
well, it's just normal. It's normal. She takes about 32 different vitamins and minerals and different things every day. And then we took some ivermectin she took some before we left. And then first night I was getting sick. I took a 4-day course of that, and that
Yeah.
sped things up dramatically. I think it did anyway. I'm feeling
Well,
pretty good today. Just a little head cold.
yeah. Last night or yesterday, we were in the city and Stuart had an event to be at. So we were on our way home pretty late. We need to stop at the store. So we're at Walmart at like 9:30 at night, which I highly recommend because nobody's there. But I have this
Nice.
list of things to take to people when I go see Sean Elizabeth.
Oh
And
yeah.
so, somebody needed deodorant, somebody needed Sudafed. And so we were in that section and I was looking it over and he's like, I wonder if you should get some of this stuff for all those plane flights. And I'm like, oh no, I don't know if it works, buddy.
Yeah.
I will tell you as a preventative, my daughter is making me eat Pepto tablets 4 times a day while I'm in that country with her.
Oh well.
Oh, boy.
I know, made me laugh. Mm. Whiskey.
Yes.
I know.
Keep it up, team. Keep it up. Keep your pace.
He's barking you guys on. He's saying go, go, go. Hear him? Go, go.
It should be hard to keep up unless you're breathing out of your mouth. So this is definitely more than a casual pace here. You should be panting and
I feel like I'm
working it.
climbing hills
Yeah.
and there's no end in sight. Okay, speaking of anybody who likes competition shows on Netflix, there's one called The Final Draft. And these guys are in China or Japan, guys and women. They're retired pro athletes. And they're coming back to do this challenge. And I got sucked in after the first one.
Okay.
The first thing they start with is having to basically run up a mountain, not knowing where the end is, and merging with the other competitors, and they don't know how many at each point. And only the first so many get to go on to the next stage.
Oh wow.
Please don't look at me.
It's all, for the most part, physical challenges of different types. It's
Uh-huh.
pretty amazing.
And where are you finding this at? What
Netflix.
network? Netflix. Okay.
Anything that says the word draft in it, I'm all in. Because it's either like football or some kind of sporting event or NASCAR. No, I'm just kidding. But what's amazing is to hear them talk about their journey through sports, what happened after they retired, what their life is
Yeah.
like, how they had to get in shape for this, what their motivation is.
Yeah, that's all great. Having a goal and having something to focus on,
Yeah.
and then training with wisdom, not just exuberance.
I'm on the last episode. There's 3 dudes left.
Oh wow.
So they have to compete against each other. Okay, I made the hill a little steeper.
Yeah. Boy, Kriega, he's 61 now, and I think he was 4th place in the Beats the Beacon, or the
Wow.
Falmouth. I mean,
Wow.
Daniel was out pretty good. He had about 3 minutes on 2nd place. And then there's a guy named Miguel that's a double amp, and he's pretty fast. And then Third place was Cassidy, Josh Cassidy from Canada, and fourth was Kriga. Pretty good.
Wow. What
Of course,
about the
Tatiana.
women?
Yeah, Tatiana won the women's,
Okay, figured.
and then second place was a good lady named Hoda, and she's originally from Egypt. I'm not sure where she lives now, and she's kind of more of a up and comer or a I don't know how long she's been racing, but she just got a GoFundMe racing chair thing, and so she's got a really nice chair and
Well,
pretty
these
awesome.
guys on the final draft, one guy, they get to a point where they have to give a speech on what they'll do with the money. And he talks
Okay.
about
Last
how
minute, team. Last minute.
he went and volunteered at a wheelchair event.
Oh, interesting.
And there was a kid he met who was training to be a star pitcher who got in an accident and was now in a wheelchair.
Okay.
And he talked about the motivation and the joy in this young man's life was so moving to him that if he wins, he's spending the money on getting them racing chairs.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, I need to tell him about wheelchair camp.
Yeah,
Where can I find him?
exactly.
Let him see how it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll
Yeah,
find
it's interesting. There's a little bit of a philosophy out there, which all people have, where this is I need the equipment before I can start the activity. And this is not you guys here, because you can tell even people with no equipment still come. But I want to do a 10K, so I need to get a racing chair. Or if I buy the Peloton bike, then I'll start exercising, and you end up having all this equipment because what you haven't done is fall in love with the idea of exercise, and the equipment being exciting, that's just an accessory. And so it's like you want to give those chairs away to people that are at the race in their everyday chair doing it anyway.
Yeah.
That's a good investment when you get those people into a nice piece of equipment, because they're going to do it with or without the nice racing chair.
And I think that's where he was someplace where they were doing it.
Jog, get your heart rate.
Without the right equipment.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So
Don't
now,
wait for the right equipment to start moving. Start moving now.
and he's like 42-year-old retired professional baseball player.
Nice. Well, cool. I'll have to watch. That might be.
Yeah. It was just an interesting turn I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. That's good.
I was saying, there's my people.
Yeah. I got up to
What?
104, a whopping 104.
On your heart rate?
Oh, I was going easy today. Yeah.
Oh, I'm at 155. But this, man, this is a hard workout when you're just pedaling hard.
Yeah.
Slow but difficult.
Long with no
Yeah.
rest. Yes.
I like it.
Okay, it's been 1 minute. I'm down to 81.
Oh, be quiet.
I know. 24.
Well, from 104 to 81 is,
It's still
there you
20
go.
beats, dude. Do the math.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of us are only down like 7, so.
And some are only 10. Well, some are up.
Whiskey! Here!
Well, turn down your resistance and let's just spin it out. If you were doing the power the whole time, turn down your resistance and just let it free flow.
Wheels on my buckle.
Here, come here. Down,
Karaoke.
down,
Down.
down.
Down, whiskey.
Stay.
Down. Up, whiskey.
No, don't encourage him. I finally got him to lay down. No, don't listen to Craig. He's out of here.
He likes men's voices over women's.
He's It's an unhealthy relationship with my husband. My husband is gone and he is just losing his mind.
Yeah.
I tried last night. We were at this function and it was a rooftop area and he was closing out the tab. So I took the dog and tried to just walk him where he couldn't see Stuart. And he spent the whole time doing this, trying to look around me because he had to have his eyes on him.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, settle down.
Yeah.
It would be perfectly fine if I wasn't in the relationship.
Yep. A boy and his
No
dog.
problem.
A boy and his dog.
I know.
Much more fun than the old ball and chain.
Mhm.
One
No,
of
I
the
bring
one of
That's
the
your heart rate coming down.
one of the army guys last night. We were at an army event, and he looked at Stuart and said, "So, how's it been since you've been, homebound since February?" And I said, "Wait, look at me, and ask."
I'll tell you
Right
how
here.
we've been.
This is
He'll
where
tell
he
you the
lives.
truth.
And he's like, "What's that?" And I go, "It's my last nerve."
Okay, 135 to 100.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Call me old, will you?
You're a
I
rock.
saw Candace there and I said, "So Candace, you know Connie?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I know Connie." And so when she tells us all this thing that was a mantra you had back in the day. It's I'm going faster.
World class.
No, it's something.
If
This
you're
is easy.
feeling really
Oh.
good,
It's
pick up
like
the pace. If you're
I'm
feeling like shit, go a little faster. If you're
yeah.
feeling really good, pick up the pace.
Yeah. Is she I think it was I'm getting faster, I'm getting stronger, this is easy, something like that. And she's like, "Yeah, that's it." We had a great time. It was so great to see Candace again. We had a lot of good memories about
Candace and I
88.
Candace and I and Dean were running marathons on the weekends for training races for our track
Oh wow.
in Halifax, Nova Scotia, that we were training for the big track meet up there, Pan American Games.
Nice.
Well, so we used to run marathons for training races on the weekends.
Mhm. That seems a little excessive.
Yeah, well, we were a little excessive back
Yeah.
then.
All right, you
Barbara
guys.
Chambers was our
Nice
coach.
to see you, Craig. Thanks for leading.
Well, yeah, let's get our photo here today.
Yeah, welcome back.
Good job, team. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Way to go. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoy your weekend. See you back here on Monday.
Excellent.
And
Love y'all, mean
nice,
it.
nice
You
seeing you
too.
again.
Thank
Bye.
you.